I remember one release. It was like the first 12 minutes, and we already hit like 500 pairs. And then like, yo, we were stressed out because here's the thing.
Are you worried about selling 500? Well, if they're like exclusives. Then
Yeah. I don't think that you do. Yeah, I was worried, of course. I mean, at the time, it's a high anxiety environment. Like you run the programs, and then let's just say it goes from 0 to 100. You're like, holy crap, how am I gonna pay for all this?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's...
And am I gonna sell it all before I have to pay the credit card bill?
If they made enough for everybody. Basically, you're screwed.
We're screwed. We're screwed. And I remember there was one release where we ran up like 500 pairs in 12 minutes, and then we stopped the programs right away. We literally went on, stopped all the programs, and we were like, holy shit. And we looked at all our credit cards, charges like fucking like 20 charges plus per credit card.
And I'm pretty sure that he could probably do that at least. He could repeat that performance a couple of times a year at least.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, right?
Multiple times.
So
I mean, like,
if you look at his annual salary, it beats some of these engineers.
Oh, absolutely. There's engineers that are doing this now.
Yeah.
There's people that I know a lot of. I actually know a lot of Wall Street guys that got into this that have left their jobs doing this. Yeah. So
See,
like
they don't teach this shit in school, man.
It's like option trading, but with sneakers.
I would say it's less of a gamble.
Lucky Boys Podcast.
At the time, we were just like slinging shoes, like reselling kicks. Me and my boy Matthew were just like selling kicks, like, you know, just through Flight Club, Stadium Goods.
Oh, so you guys were just flipping?
Yeah, just flipping sneakers, like buying and selling it. Your average reseller, you know, scaling it up, using computer programs at the time.
Oh, bots?
Yeah,
Assholes.
yeah.
High frequency trading right here.
Yeah. We were the fat nerds behind the computer.
The other reasons why I had to buy my Jordans for $300.
Oh, God.
And my Yeezys. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I mean, yo, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we were part of that scene, and it was fun. It was it really like showed us like what it was like to make money fast. You know what I mean? Fast money. So like I've seen that before. You know, Saturday morning in my underwear. Yeah, yo, you're getting all these Yeezys. You know, it's like it's lit. It's lit. And it was really good at the time. Super lucrative. But then like I think that
What you guys would make like 200-300% profit on it?
oh, it really depends. I think it really depends on the shoe, the trend. Honestly, sometimes you would lose a lot of money. With sneaker botting, stuff like that. It's like you take a huge risk. Not a lot of people know that. A lot of people hear about the upside stories, but there is a lot of downside stories. I mean, there's moments in my career in sneaker botting where I spent all the money on the resources and didn't get any pairs.
What?
Yeah. It's like you mess up one little step in your setup, and it can screw you. Yeah, so it's like there was a big risk to it, and there was a lot of. It's a high anxiety environment where you're spending a lot of money hoping to get a return. People don't see that. People see the glory. People be like, yo.
Yeah, that's what I see. I'm like, damn, because all my friends that are sneakerheads, that are resellers, they, number one, they got the freshest kicks and all the Supreme stuff. And then they seem to like not worry about money as often because they know that the next drop is coming and they're going to be able to handle it.
You know what's crazy?
But they don't tell me about the L's that they take.
I'm not even gonna lie. I really started to dislike that mindset that I had that I was building because of the resell game, where what you just mentioned right now was not worrying about money because it was so easy to print it. So it was like you weren't really working for it, if that makes sense. It's like I felt like the fact that we would cover and use and make excuses for not performing or like not doing certain things was because we could get money. You know what I mean? And I think that that mentality started to turn me off when I was reflecting about it. So like, to give you a really good example about that, it's like, oh, let's just say we messed up somewhere on building this one thing, or like we're doing something. Actually, how would I give you an implied example? But like essentially, like let's say we messed up and we it costed us like $5,000. So we're like, whatever. There's next week. We'll make the money back. You know, like let's just say and it would get us lazy too. You're like, oh, you know, you could do this for money, but like, yeah, why do that for money when I can sell sneakers? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
The motivation was not what you were. You want to be a creator. You want to create something versus you just flipping shoes just to create an extra buck.
Well, at the time, it wasn't as immediately apparent that that's what I wanted. But I think it was more like the idea that money was so readily and easily achievable that you start to care less about things. You forget about the idea of working hard to make money.
It doesn't seem real anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
And you use it as excuse to cover for certain like things, places where you fall short.
It builds bad habits.
Yeah. So like, exactly. I think that it was building a mindset for myself that I felt like I wasn't proud of. You know what I mean? Like I could just be like, oh yeah, you know what? Forget that. Like, why would I do that when I could do this? And it wasn't really opening up myself to all this different type of learning, you know? Because I really strongly believe that it's not the money that you make at the end of the day, right? It's the journey and how you get there that really makes it all worth it. You know,
so you're in it for the story.
Well, I'm in it for the experience.
Yeah.
I'm in it for my own memories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I go from 0 to 100 the next day, like what fun was that?
So money's not the ultimate goal for you. It doesn't move you.
Yeah.
It doesn't dictate your decision making.
Yes. I think after I realized that, it changed the whole game for me. Like now,
Now your sneaker days, what was that? Was that after the corporate gig?
yeah, it was after the corporate gig. That's when we started to really focus on it. Yeah, and I think
On
that
a good weekend, how much can you make? Like on a Yeezy drop or something exclusive?
it really depends. It's a gamble. So like sometimes it's like
On a good weekend, everything goes right.
a good weekend, you could get like 300-400 pairs.
Damn.
Yeah, 300-400 pairs easy. And like I remember one release, it was like the first 12 minutes and we already hit like 500 pairs. And then like, yo, we were stressed out because here's the thing.
Are you worried about selling 500? Well, if they're like exclusives. And
Yeah. I don't think that you do. Yeah, I was worried, of course. I mean, at the time, it's a high anxiety environment. Like you run the programs and then let's just say it goes from 0 to 100. You're like, holy crap, how am I gonna pay for all this?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's...
And am I gonna sell it all before I have to pay the credit card bill? And you got to worry about a lot of different things. And I think that, yeah, I mean, there's just so much movement because like you can't really gauge how much you're gonna make either because let's just say a supply is so plentiful, right? You could actually end up with a brick. So basically, let's just say we don't work at Nike, we don't work at Adidas. I don't know what their stock numbers are. But like I know that I'm gonna run this program. I'm gonna buy a ton of shoes. But like I remember
if they made enough for everybody, basically you're screwed.
We're screwed. We're screwed. And I remember there was one release where we ran up like 500 pairs in 12 minutes, and then we stopped the programs right away. We literally went on, stopped all the programs, and we were like, holy shit! And we looked at all our credit cards charges, like fucking like 20 charges plus per credit card, and we're like, geez, like, yo, did we fuck up? And then thinking about that, and then like the release happened, and there was still demand, and we were good. But like we didn't know.
You guys must have been high fiving like crazy.
Yeah.
It's a rush.
But we didn't know until afterwards. But then you got to understand that the industry's gotten more competitive now. So
more people are figuring it out.
Yeah, more people are figuring it out. There's only a select few people that still do it like that. My friend still does it on every single release. I mean, the money is good. The money's still there.
So one weekend they
It's
can
fast
make
money.
as much as a recent college grad makes in a year.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like his all-time high.
And I'm pretty sure that he could probably do that at least. He could repeat that performance a couple of times a year at least.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, right.
Multiple times.
So
I mean, like
if you look at his annual salary, it beats some of these engineers.
oh, absolutely. There's engineers that are doing this now.
Yeah.
There's people that I know a lot of. I actually know a lot of Wall Street guys that got into this that have left their jobs doing this. Yeah. So
See,
like
they don't teach this shit in school, man.
It's like option trading, but with sneakers.
I would say it's less of a gamble.
Oh, wow.
It's more
Yeah, it's
guaranteed,
less-
right?
Yeah. Because once you get the product right, like here's the thing, it could become a brick, right? But you could always get close to what you paid for it. There's a really good chance that you can. So there's not a lot of downside. There's way more upside than there is downside. Honestly, it's a pretty secure play. So I think that
Not now, though.
no,
Because
well,
it's very saturated.
now it's still a very secure play. It's just a lot more competitive. You know, there's a lot more people in this market. There's a lot more people playing it.
Now, when you say that, does that mean that it's harder? And does that also mean that you're still making money, but you're making less?
both,
Okay.
Depending on how you do things, because now there's new ways of doing things. Actually, I just recently hopped back into resell. So like, it's part of our new plan.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, yo, there's so much money in it. How can you walk away?
Yeah,
it's alluring.
You know, things have. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, things have gotten rough for us. So it's kind of like resorting to going back to old ways.